Hi guys, in this video I would like to demonstrate to you how to work increases on both sides of the marker in a pattern such as this one. This pattern consists of two rows. One row is, if you work in turn rows, one row is one by one ribbon, one knit, one purl stitch, and then the second row is just the knit stitches on the wrong side. If you work this pattern in the round, then the first round will be just the same as if you work in turn rows. It's just one knit, one purl stitch, and the second round will be all purl stitches. Okay, so I can show you here the increases. So this is the hood that I worked on and the increases that I incorporated in the back, and because I was working in pattern and incorporating new increases into the pattern, you can see that the pattern just is symmetrical and there are no errors in it, and this is how you do it. On the right side, if you work in turn rows, you get to the marker and you have to pay attention to the sequence of the pattern. So if, for example, use the knit stitches as your guide because it's easier to distinguish them. So the knit stitches from previous rows are here. That means that my next stitch here is going to be a knit stitch, and here you can see that the line of stitches are just purl stitches, so you can use them as your guide if you'd like, and to just make sure that the pattern is symmetrical. So knit, purl, next stitch is knit, and here's my marker. So I'm going to add a new stitch right before the marker by grabbing the stitch right below of the one that right before the marker, and this stitch has to be, if here is a knit stitch, then the next stitch has to be a purl stitch, right? So it's easy to complete. You just grab the stitch underneath this one and you simply purl it like that. Okay, and you slip the marker, and here after the marker we need to see, so here is the purl stitch, so my next stitch should be a knit stitch. So I grab the stitch underneath the one that is here and I knit it through the front like that, twisted. Okay, and I purl this stitch, and it's actually so once again through the front, and here is a purl stitch, and next one is a knit stitch, and I continue working in pattern to the end of the row, and the second row there will be no increases. Okay, so I've completed couple of rows here, and I'm ready to add 2 more stitches before and after marker. And because my first set of new stitches was a purl stitch and here was a knit stitch, my new stitches should be so here should be a knit stitch and here is a purl stitch, because I still keep incorporating them in my pattern. So here is, and I think I made an error here, so I have to go back and correct it. So These are my purl stitches, and I did a purl stitch, and here has to be a knit stitch. Purl, knit, purl, knit, purl. So this one, next stitch will be a knit stitch. So I lift the leg of this the stitch from the row before, and I have to knit it as a knit stitch through the back loop, like that. Okay, because if you're gonna knit it through the front loop, you're gonna create a hole here. So it's always through the back loop for the left lining increase. Okay, and my stitch after the marker has to be so purl knit, a purl stitch. I lift up the leg of the stitch before from row below, and I also knit it through the back loop. I purl it through the back loop like that. Okay, this one was easy. Purl and knit, and the knit stitch. Okay, and continue working in pattern. Okay, so that's how you work your increases. And if for example, as in this hood here, your increases are not completed in every second row, but through a number of rows, then you continue to add the new stitches just like here. So continue incorporating them in the pattern. All right, so best of luck and thanks for watching.